What's going on with the goings on, y'all? Damn, it's been a hell of a weekend, eh? Whole lot of this, a whole lot of that. Shout out to my drinky drink. It's a lot of impactful stuff to get through to that. Over the weekend, it's been a lot of shocks, a lot of knots, a whole lot of shit that's been going on. And what's been going on when it's been going on, y'all. You understand me? Forgive my language, cause this is about to get very speechful, okay? It might be a long one, it might be a short one. I don't know what it's gonna be this, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be, okay? Um, it's been weighing heavy on me, so I might as well let it go. What's going on, Tasha K? You know how you just cause you mess with somebody that you just shared a video, you ain't even looking. At least that's how it's supposed to be, okay? So I was just looking over the videos as I was writing my notes down. You know, are you throwing subliminals? You know what I'm talking about? Cause no one does it better. I am a free publication that eliminates me from, you know, getting sued. You know what I'm talking about? When it's a public access network, I'm just letting you know, man. Maybe you should try that. Maybe you'll get somewhere. You know what I'm talking about? Only thing about it is you ain't with a motherfucker talking about you. Just talk to you directly. That's cool, but you got to get paid for it. You know what I'm talking about? Once you get put a dollar amount on it, then they can put a whole bunch of other. Well, they can try to put a whole bunch of other amounts on it. You know what I'm talking about? But you in a lot of legal situations. You know what I'm talking about? I like Cardi B, so I talk about Cardi B. You know what I'm talking about? She's doing a wonderful job. So that's who I'm speaking on. You don't like the way I'm speaking, then you can stop speaking. You know what I'm talking about? Because when you use my material, I ain't say nothing. I cheered you on. You know what I'm talking about? You understand me? Already. I don't know. I might not even speak on you the rest of the situation because I think I was going, I'm still going to use some of your material. But like I said, this is public access. You know what I'm talking about? You understand me? Shout out to the neighborhood. I say you got something going on today. It's going to go on around 6 o'clock. It's going to be at Teresa's Bar. Guess y'all going to have a nice little community summit. I hope it goes well. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see who else. Shout out to Coachella. Coachella was chilling today. I seen Kalani. I seen the young Tiana Taylor. I liked that dress. It was phenomenal. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, shout out Justin Bieber, Wizkid, Tamron. Shout out a whole lot of people at Coachella. Sabrina Carpenter. We had Offset make an appearance. He wheeled out there, but he made a very nice appearance. I would imagine. I don't really. Me and him don't subscribe to each other, but after the weekend, I would imagine he go make some money somewhere. You know what I'm talking about? There was a lot of people at Coachella. Jamie Foxx was there. He was getting his little harmonizing on. You know what I'm talking about? He did a couple Instagram stories. You know what I mean? Look like y'all had a ball out there. Congratulations to all the ones that I didn't speak of. You know what I'm talking about? Great attendance, I would imagine. But they do fiber optics now, so it was all an illusion. It might have been a good 50,000 people there. You know what I'm talking about? But y'all made it look like it was 100,000, 200,000. Good job by y'all. I even seen somebody do one of them, one of the videos where he dropped some money and then hide. Yeah, it was all right. So, excuse my language. I told you I made a nice little smoothie today, and it's quite delicious. You know what I mean? Um, let's see. We're gonna get off into some of this. If I don't speak you, we will speak before the weekend is over with. But let me get into some of this big envelope. So shout out Remy Ma, Papoose, and Clarissa Shield. The story continues. I guess Remy Ma dropped the track. I enjoyed it. It's hard to enjoy music these days. It wasn't a shitload of metaphors, you know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of the stuff we already know and heard of. You know, going back on the story, it's like, God damn, it was subpar, I guess, for y'all liking. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all so used to these tracks over here where they got 20 different metaphors and 20 different meanings that y'all sometimes y'all just don't like good music. I liked it. It was good music. It probably wasn't no smash hit. We gonna go and everybody gonna go buy it, but it definitely was good for the T. It was clocking. That's all that mattered to me. I could sell it in the stores. My kids will listen to it because it ain't no cuss words. What more you want from Remy? Shit, we've been chilling. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you gotta muddy the waters to see what kind of fish come out. You know what I mean? Shout out to you though, Remy. And then speaking of Remy and Papoose in the situation, a lot of people like, damn, when you gonna divorce this woman? You've been hanging out with Clarissa for a while now. Even if y'all ain't married, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We could say the relationship between you and Remy might be done. I'm pretty sure she moved on. And then I guess, Papoose, you had an interview with Vlad. Ain't no telling how long that was. You know what I'm saying? But you tried to say that you met Clarissa in 2004 when you showed the whole little scroll down of the DMs. It clearly stated over the DMs, and that wasn't a mistake. You know what I'm talking about? We talking about what we talking about now. If you scrolling down my timeline, evidently you got some kind of sense. You know what I'm talking about? That's me saying what I be doing without saying what I be doing. So you got some type of common sense, right? You look up the next message say October 22nd. And I know that was after the pandemic had got to rolling and niggas knew what they was gonna go do. And that was like 2002, right? So that was 2 years prior than the 2004 you said it was. So me personally, when I do shit like, hey, it's gotta be 2 years before that or a year before that. You know what I'm talking about? In October, you know what I mean? But shit, that's no here nor there. People gonna go back and look at it and be like, well, goddamn. What else you lying about, good brother? You ain't. And my thing is this: the money and contract has already been set and made. You know, y'all niggas need to stop lying so y'all can be flying. That's why shit ain't going nowhere. Motherfuckers be making up shit for no reason. But and it's just realistic, and it's not to get holistic. But you shame the devil, right? Oh, okay. I'm just saying. Let's see. Let's get into some of this viable programming. I seen Tyson Fury have a boxing match. I don't know. That looked like an exhibition. My man was swinging all wild, and you was just punching him up. It looked like a Mike Tyson punch out. You know how you fight the first one or two villains? It'd be easy. Maybe even the third one if you good. The first three motherfuckers be easy. You just bopping and bipping and you A B A B B B B A up down left right up down. You just doing your thing. until you get to like that third guy, and you gotta actually box. But yeah, that's what it looked like. A little old exhibition. He was punching left, punching right, switching stances. He was just doing his thing on thing. I don't even remember the guy's name. I was frustrated because he stopped boxing after like round 3, maybe round 5. And he started swinging like a wild man. When that whatever he can get in, he was getting it in. You know what I'm talking about? He fought all 12 rounds though, but maybe because Tyson Fury ain't been in there in so long, he was a little rusty. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do that with young Anthony Joshua though. That's a big guy. You're a big guy. I ain't saying you can't take down big guys. I remember I remember when you was fighting Tyson Fury. I'm like, I'm looking at the setup. I'm like, man, Fury's a boxer. Tyson Fury's a boxer. Deontay Wilder is a unorthodox boxer. Unorthodox and technical really don't go coexist, especially when the technician is really technical. Then an unorthodox boxer can get thrown off his course if he can find a remedy for it. You know what I'm talking about? And I knew Tyson Fury was gonna end up finding that remedy. What my thing was, I didn't know you was a culture vulture. Well, I ain't gonna say a culture vulture. I didn't know you was a media giant. Mm, that was good. So you took you took the information you got, and you've been on the streets ever since. And then when they did Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder too, Deontay Wilder thought he just made one or two mistakes and he could correct them. No, your whole unorthodox style was a mistake. And it still can't be the technician. And he knew that. So he just, wild you up a little bit. And once you get frustrated, you tend not to use this. And then you go into a rampage. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know you don't know how to turn it off. That's a perfect example of somebody that can't turn it on and turn it off. Don't know when they baiting you, when they not baiting you. You know what I'm talking about? And he just baited Tyson Fury, baited him right in the rage. Once he got the rage, his unorthodox style means nothing. He just gonna punch. And Fury knew that. You know what I'm talking about? And them people from Great Britain are very, very brass. You know what I'm talking about? So with the approach he had, he just continued on with the nitpicking. He knew the nitpicking. Ooh, I was an apple. With the nitpicking, he knew he had an advantage. But I can talk about that forever. Let's go on to All Star JR. Because I see we at almost 20 minutes now, so let me get to this now. All Star JR. I liked the t-shirt, good brother. No, it's been 4 5 days, so I might as well go and get to it. It ain't like me and you are the best of friends or anything. It's just this Detroit versus everybody. People keep saying don't do that, and you gonna turn people against. I'm not turning no. I ain't trying to turn nothing. You either with Detroit or you're not. You know what I'm saying? It's to All Stars' best interest to leave Dallas. I mean, not Dallas. Excuse my language. It's in All Stars JR best interest to leave Texas. But guess what? He do what he want. Actually, that's a grown ass man. You know what I mean? And if his kids is in Texas, he in Texas. I mean, if I was using my better judgment, I'd go on and come back home to the crib or somewhere near the crib, hang out, chill out with my fellas and try to figure out a plan to make this shit make sense. You know what I'm talking about? You're a bar heavy individual. You can make it happen. and take advantage of the situation. It's still fresh. It's still people probably still talking about it. Me personally, I seen that T-shirt. We want to talk about unplugging him. Gosh darn, Batman. That's a strawberry for sure. Hold on, let me hit my drink again. Yeah, there's some strawberries in there. They in the jam. Then I seen a few Houston cats. They wanted to state that, you know what I'm saying, we shouldn't be talking that much. It was even somebody from Cali saying that. No, I don't know. I think the Cali guy was talking about Gucci Mane, so we'll talk about that too. But yeah, they want us to stop and the Louisiana, because that's where the NBA guys are from, Louisiana. Ain't nobody got no problem. Detroit don't got no problem with nobody. But if it's a problem, then it just is what it is. Niggas not trying to make no issues. We people in Detroit trying to build their communities and be activists and make sure the world is correct. Nigga ain't got time to be trying to beef with a nigga, but we ain't going. That's all the motherfuckers saying. Nigga ain't trying to be tough. Nigga gonna pull his britches up and make it happen, Captain. And we want you to do the same. But at the same time, if you run up on one of them niggas, nigga not finna be trying to figure out what's going on. It's just gonna go on in the zone. You understand me? That's all I'm saying. I'm not, fuck that tough shit. That shit weak. That shit for the birds. And thugs don't make no money. Okay? Gangsters do. So when you run up on a gangster, just know you gonna get your issue. If a nigga from the DCU, nigga gonna keep it fucking moving. But if a nigga from the DCU and you act like you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Nigga know, you know what it is. You know when it is what it is and when it ain't what it ain't. And let's not let it be what it ain't. You know what I'm talking about? And keep it moving. As long as you keep it moving, we gonna keep it grooving. Cause we smooth in a motherfucker around my way. Niggas don't, but niggas just don't play. That's all it is. I don't understand. Nigga, that's in every city. Every city got niggas that ain't bullshitting around with the bullshitting around. And unfortunately, Jay Prince them ran into a nigga that wasn't bullshitting around. I ain't saying every city nigga gangster. Nigga, it's niggas that's chilling 9 to 5 and trying to make their way. That's like every other place. It's just only around our way. It don't matter if you from the west, south, southwest, Broadmoor, fucking anywhere, 7 Mile, 6 Mile, Finkel. It doesn't matter. If you from the D, you from the D, nigga. We fucking with you, and that's just this code of ethics, bro. You supposed to fuck with your kind. I don't give a fuck where your kind from. We'll figure out if we beefing after this shit is over with. What's the problem, fam? And we gonna figure the problem out. And then we can hash out what we gotta hash out when we get to the crib, when we right here, whatever it is. But we finna be dogged down. And that's just, you know what I'm talking about? That's just how certain situations go. Cause I guess Sada Baby was in the airport. I guess that's what y'all wanted to talk about. I guess he addressed it, some NBA niggas. Now, he could have went about it a different way, but he didn't want to. He wanted to come to you and see where you was at. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas grew up, obviously. You know, check a nigga issue. See what he really talking about. He wasn't talking about nothing. We kept it moving. You know what I'm talking about? Already. Let's see, who else we gonna talk about today? Oh man, let me see. Let me make sure. Let's talk about Nard GT and his food critic program. I guess Nard, you done went a little far there, sir. I've seen a couple of them news feed, the food critic reviews, and then you go to your trunk of your car and you eat in the park and all this. I like that, nah. You know what I'm talking about? It's better than what you could have been doing. See what I'm talking about? Niggas in the D could have been doing extra shit. Nigga ain't doing no extra shit. He making food videos. You know what I'm talking about? I like that, nah. Ain't you had GT on that thing? No, he gonna take you to a Mexican joint. Sure did. Had that pineapple juice. Ooh, it's kind of hot today. That light is not playing. It's got some heat on it. On tomorrow. But yeah. So I guess y'all went to some Mexican joint in Southwest. He had that nice little pineapple. That pineapple joint was good, wasn't it? I ain't never had a whole chicken though. I'm always a street taco type motherfucker, so you know what I'm saying? You could taco steak me or chicken. I really been messing with chicken lately, or the one with the veggie one. I just don't get the tofu. You know what I'm talking about? And I need that extra sweet. I need extra sweet onions. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, shout out to y'all. Shout out to Summer Walker, who turned the big 3-0, huh? I feel to be an old lady, old lady. You know what I'm talking about? I hope the album's nice. I don't know, you know. Another motherfucker from the city. You know what I'm talking about? From the way by the way. You understand me? Already. You know what I'm talking about? I'm surprised you ain't did a little podcast or something. Talk some little shit, swallow some little spit. You know what I'm talking about? Make the world go wild for a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's see where we gonna go with it. I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean to offend or harm anyone. This is my disclaimer. But Big Mama, that's Miss Lotto. Big Mama, I don't listen. Let's talk. Let's kick it once you get unpregnant, cause that was a debacle. I seen so many people say, "Why is she up there? Ain't she pregnant?" And then you know me, I went down a little rabbit hole. I had to come up out of there because it was like a 21 Savage bashing. But I can't give you one without the other. So 21 Savage. Man, listen. You should know you're gonna get this kind of bashing. You got a woman you got a woman pregnant out of wedlock. You know what I'm saying? So you got your mistress pregnant, sir. You don't think if people gonna have backlash with that? I mean, I'm surprised she just didn't get canceled because you on the stage talking crazy and you pregnant by a married man. Like, don't nobody really want to hear you say Big Mama. For what? You gangster than a motherfucker for taking another man's bitch? Like, that's weak nigga shit to me, but that's not me. I don't mean to offend or harm anyone. This is my disclaimer. I know a lot of these videos, since I done got a little further, they done got less. The jokes have got lesser and lesser. It's because people out here wilding like, you need a click to get a view. You don't need no click to get a view. If they don't view it, they don't view it. They actually keep you more discreet. You know what I'm saying? You'll have less fans coming at you. But the way AI work, you might have no fans for real. And it's just you clicking on the screen. The screen just look good. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas not what you niggas think or claim to be. Yeah. Me personally. Because if it wasn't Jermaine, other than Jermaine Dupri, I ain't never really seen you do too much of nothing. Scream a lot. Steal a nigga content. But if you stealing and I'm stealing, there ain't nobody stealing nothing. We just doing a whole bunch of regurgitating. My facts just sound good. That's all. When a nigga not gonna give me no kudos, nothing, that's fine. I'm gonna keep talking though. Somebody gonna hear me. Might even want to pull me up on something. You better hope that don't never happen, bro. Cause what a story I got to tell. And they gotta pay me. That's just like, look at the raps. Ain't nobody rapping for real. Whether you nervous to rap or you just ain't got the bars. Motherfuckers ain't got the bars. You know what I'm talking about? And most of them ain't got the motherfucking decency to say, well, shit, we just gonna get this nigga a couple dollars to make the bars. No. You know what I'm saying? Nigga don't want to keep it real, nothing. Don't know if a nigga gonna be quiet, nothing. You just want to just keep stealing. Nigga, the devil don't work that way. And he gonna come back and get what he need. So it ain't no sense of you stealing for what? For the time being, ass niggas? Anyway, shout out to you, Big Mama, I guess. You need to get off that stage though, man. Where we gonna go to? I guess since we already where we at, let's talk about Kavion. Now, Kavion was a young man, because I ain't gonna call him an old dude, because we close in age, sir. But I guess he had a magazine. You know what I'm talking about? I know you from where you know what I'm talking about, so I ain't gonna get too discreet. I don't make these niggas look and work. So Kavion decided he wanted to talk about Big Meech and say whatever you was doing in the fast was hell of a. And you ain't quite the person that you used to be. Then I guess Kavion recorded you on a message and you debunked what he was doing. So he said, if I talk to you and then you hang up and I talk to you again, you know you're being recorded. You start saying what you wanted to say. That wasn't on me. I'm going to say this. This is no here nor there. You take it how you want to take it. Nigga trying to make a couple dollars. You probably ain't got time to break this situation down yet. Give him a minute. You ain't giving them a minute. That's what's wrong with these creators now, though. And they come from my generation. I want to apologize early. We never taught you nothing. So you see what's going on now? Nigga just fish in the barrel. We just looking. You know what I'm talking about? You know, fish in the barrel is like to look and see what's going on, seeing when they can flop and get the hell up out of it. You know what I'm talking about? And the first time they get a chance, as soon as they hit that oxygen, they flip flopping, they jumping around. They ain't paying no attention to what's going on. They doing too much. And even with crabs in the barrel, they trying to get out of there. So they pushing the next motherfucker down and get up. You know what I'm talking about? Whether you a fish or a crab, nigga, you ain't getting out the barrel. Because why? The straw hat is pushing you back down. It ain't even the man no more. And then, you know, sometimes you could scratch it and go to the third option where niggas is literally fucking up another nigga content to make their own content. Destroying your credibility so they can get their credibility on. But if you fuck up mine, then it's a must that I fuck up yours, right? No. It should be you get another niche, bro. You can't improvise? No. That's usually what happens, though. People can't, you know what I'm saying? They can't take lemons and turn it into lemonade, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Let me get to some more topics because it's getting to 30 minutes. Let me see. Shout out D1, bro. I don't even like talking about you. Forgive my language. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if I meant to harm you or not, but forgive my language. Before that, let me get another shout out. Shout out to LeBron James, bro. I guess you're gonna be an option, huh? Playoffs coming. Playoffs today, ain't they? But anyway, you're gonna be every option again. You 41. Hope your knees can take it. Shout out Donald Trump. Man, they turn you every which way but loose. But let me say this, and I said it once and I'll say it again. That man is the president of war. That's all he the president of. He can take a bill and put his Hancock on it. The House of Representatives and all the motherfuckers you put in office over there, they're the jurisdiction on what is law and what ain't law. He just signed a piece of paper. He's a paper pusher. When y'all trying to make this rhetoric, this shit don't work for me. At least not for me. You can just, if it work for the next motherfucker and they give you something to talk about, then so be it. But that man's a paper pusher. He can't do nothing but push them papers and talk a whole lot of spit like I'm doing now. Okay? That's it. That's all he could do. So all this extra shit, he ain't doing this and he can't. You ain't learned that from the 8 years of Obama? Obviously, you haven't. The white man did, though. You know why? Because the white man said, fuck what he talking about, and rushed the Capitol. You know what I'm talking about? And what did the president at the time, Obama, do? No, I think Joe Biden was president then. What President Obama, Biden, you can look it up, he couldn't do shit. Start another war with Iran. Stupid motherfuckers. Excuse my language. I don't mean to offend or harm. You know what I'm talking about? I be just trying to tell you what it is. Look it up, bro. I looks it up. I'm paying attention. I just ain't finna. This is public access. I ain't got to make you pay. I ain't got to do it for you. You could do it for your motherfucking self. That's what make you you. You understand? Let's see. Shout out to D1. I don't know, man. I fell asleep like 2 times, so I just stopped watching it. I already know how I feel about the situation, but I was looking as I'm watching your show. You know, seeing a couple nitpicks in the clip bits. You know how they make you look at some shit because it's why you scrolling. You feel me? And it come to the realization. Phase 1 got in your comments, sir. You seen it? I know you seen it, because nigga 3 comments prior and 3 comments after you commented. You said what you needed to say. But when that man had something to say to you, you didn't say nothing. You done talked about everybody. Everybody. Even me. Why you not talking to that man? You know what I'm talking about? Why he not coming to the forefront? That's one of the biggest arguments you could have. But it'll debunk a lot of your analogies, sir. But like I say, I can't give you one, but I'll give you the other. So D1. Shit, the Caucasian man, he used the Bible as a weapon. So why can't the black man use the Bible as a weapon? That's what you did. That's what you're doing. I couldn't believe I seen Mr. Facts. That's what I'm gonna call him. I couldn't believe I seen that man talking to you. And then went on a hike with you after. Yeah, I was like, man, what people do for clicks and views, bro. I wouldn't have talked to you. The only reason why I'm talking to you now is because I'm tired of you being on my timeline. And I figure, okay, since everybody wanting to do what they doing, do this then, nigga. D1, you talk to phase 1. If you can't talk to phase 1, good brother, the person that loves everybody, if you can't talk to that nigga, then we know what type of nigga you is. Nigga, this just for what it is, nigga. Get your money and find you something to do. You stay around long enough, a nigga gonna fuck you up. Period. I'm gonna talk bad about you so much, nigga. You gonna have to do something. Respond to something. You need to go respond to that man. He made a long ass post too. So I know you seen it. Like I said, you did 3 above and 3 below. Said yes, thank you. You even had salt from Salt and Pepper. tell you happy birthday, you bitch ass nigga. And you couldn't even talk to face one text message. But it is what it is, I guess. The Caucasian did it, I guess you gonna do it too. Niggas do not be fooled. Okay? I don't care what that Christian say. Talk to that man first. Once you talk to him, then I'm gonna be done. I'll be satisfied too. Cause I know what he gonna do for you. You know what I'm talking about? And we gonna really see where it's at. This is really tell me if you true Christian or not. Or you just talking. Let me see. Who you gonna get into? Hey, we got a good. Let's shout out to Sexy. Young Sexy Red. You did your thing at Coachella. Why am I talking about Coachella? I don't know. I liked the Coachella this year, I guess. You know what I'm talking about? I guess we gotta get more into this Remy Ma situation. And I guess Mickey Fex, you know, I'm a battle rap guy. So, you know, I'll always check in and out of my battle rap shit. I ain't really got no battles to report. I'm really waiting on my dog. My dog should be out today. Shouldn't you? Today or sometime this week. And we'll see where he at. And see what he talking about. I might get off into it again. I mean, at least you'll get me off main topics. I won't be talking about you guys no more. I know y'all gonna love it. You know what I'm talking about? I can get back into my sport and be happy again. You know what I'm talking about? Battle rap made me so happy. Y'all niggas make me frustrated because, nigga, you just be making stories. I understand. I appreciate it. I ain't saying I don't. I just be, you know what I'm saying? It be getting me mad for nothing. Oh, ass nigga. Feel me? Because I'm laughing. I know how to turn it on and turn it off. I be laughing because you niggas don't. Or you niggas do, and y'all just be, you know what I'm talking about? Either way it goes, shit. Fun is fun for me. I'm always going to be this way. Nigga, I laugh once I turn this screen off. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I done did it again. But anyway, Mickey Fex decided to say he wrote raps. You writing raps now? This nigga done made a college, so now he the rapper of all rappers. Nah, the video old in a bit, so you been said this shit. And I've been said what I said. You know what I'm talking about? You found something and you just latched on to it. No. We're not doing none of that no more. You know what I'm talking about? You can break it down as far as you break it down. You can say it meant this when it meant that. Nigga, we know what it is. Pump faker. Use a pump faker. Understand me? You know what I'm saying? I mean, same thing I told that other nigga. Nigga, stop playing, nigga. And the nigga said you would have been what you was going. If a nigga steal from you, you will never know. Until the shit come out. And you will know it because you wrote it down. You feel me? Other than that, you ain't got no other proof. But guess what? You know what proof you do got? That's truth. So if you said it, you wouldn't be making up. I ain't. You see what it look like? I ain't got to be talking a whole lot about that. Because niggas see what it look like. You feel me? And if I put the pen in the pad, you'll see what it won't be like. You understand? Shit, the proof is in the pudding. That's just like with the Tasha K situation. Tasha K and Cardi B going back and forth. They went back and forth over the weekend. Over the sum I think the sum was right around 4 million and some change that you haven't paid yet. But damn, Cardi B, you see what she doing. You know what I'm talking about? And if it wasn't for Offset, you probably wouldn't have a conversation going on right now. I feel like I'm the only nigga keeping you alive by posting your shit every day. I mean, you know, you got your Bardigans, they doing their thing, you know what I'm talking about? But that only goes so far. They enjoying the show, the festivities. They ain't doing no whole lot of posting. You know what I mean? It's only niggas that sit at home and look at your shit that's posting shit. But you try to get mad at Tasha K because she owe you a couple dollars, she gonna been owe you a couple dollars. Shit, that nigga Offset owe you a lot of dollars. Been owing you a lot of dollars your whole career. You know what I'm talking about? That paid programming, he probably didn't run out of cash. So he making every excuse he can to get a couple dollars, and you one of them. You know what I'm talking about? And he gonna use it and abuse it. That's why when the other brother got unalive, I'm like, damn, look at these bitch ass niggas. Why you think he the only nigga that's around? Niggas ain't fucking around with the fuck around. They like, nigga, we getting the fuck on. Find you something to do. And that nigga tried to make that song. Oh no. Debunk that. That shit whack as hell. And it was, and I ain't gonna lie, between Drake and the fucking Migos, it was over with. Shit, I don't know what music did win since then. Between them two niggas, I mean them the group and the individual, ain't been shit going on. Niggas' money done plumaged fucking around with the fuck around. All because the nigga want to fuck around. And this is my basic point. Nigga could have solved it, could have been still a steady flow. All the nigga had to do was let it go and let God. You know what I'm talking about? But niggas ain't want to let it go. They hold on to shit they can't hold on to. But anyway, let's get into something else. Shout out to Diddy. I guess you might be getting out. You made your situation a porno? It said this was amateur porn looking at. Like, nigga, what? Yeah, all it takes is for another person to watch. They ain't the motherfucker in the act. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, it made that sound excellent. But who gonna fuck with you? You outed a lot of motherfuckers. And the motherfuckers that you didn't out, they ain't gonna want to fuck with you because you might out them. I don't know if your career over with, but you know, it's 2026. Everything is everything. So as soon as you get released, niggas gonna want to interview. Watch what you do. You gonna take a whole year and don't give an interview. Then you gonna probably do an interview on Revolt with a nigga like Ebron to bring him back. But I'm telling you, you shouldn't do that shit. And you shouldn't pick no small time ass motherfuckers to do no shit with. You feel me? Oh, my bad. I said you should pick a small time motherfucker to do some issues with. And I don't know Jay-Z shit neither. One of them motherfucking nerd niggas that don't know nothing about nothing and don't know how to ask the tough questions. You need a Vlad type nigga. So maybe you do need to go to Revolt. I don't know. To each his own, but you don't need to wait no year. Waiting a year these days is like waiting 10, baby. Niggas gonna been to forgot everything you got going on and not give two flats. Okay? Shout out to Usher for not saying nothing. You know what I'm talking about? That nigga had an interview and was like, look, my experience with Sean Puffy Combs wasn't the same experience. You know? And I think in other words, that meant my mama wasn't buying that shit, so nigga, that shit wasn't going on, nigga. My son's a black man who like pussy. And we gonna keep it that way. You know? So, cause I guess Usher and Justin Bieber got into an altercation. Let y'all do what y'all may and do what y'all might with that. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Tommy and Rolly. This made me laugh so hard. That nigga Tommy like, listen, what y'all understood, you know, you in your 40s, your kids grown, you grown. You ain't got time for the mess and you ain't trying to have mess. So you told Rolly, look, we grown. I got kids to go home to. I'm trying to be a better person. I can't be a better person if all we do is fight. Told Rolly, you ran into them bullets. That nigga Rolly was like, hold on. I know I ain't smart, but hold on now. Bitch, I ain't running to no goddamn bullets, motherfucker. What the fuck is you talking about? The whole crowd laughed. So yeah, it definitely it tickled my fancy. Okay, that shit was funny as hell. Shout out to you, Tommy. Shout out to you, Rolly. Shout out to Jill Scott and fucking Travis Scott. Whoa, that was a nice interview, but it was some lusting going on. We ain't gonna talk about who's who. You know what I'm talking about? But shout out to both of y'all. Let's see. Speaking of craziness, and I just asking Natalie Nunn and Summer, whatever your name is, Summer with the body. Summer with the body. I'm talking about went on like maybe a whole month down there. At least 2.5 weeks. Yeah, it was a month. You was nutting up on Natalie, saying how Natalie and the network and all this old extra shit. Lemon Plumber was going crazy, disrespecting you and making you want to do this, making you want to do that. Then this weekend, you on this bitch with Natalie going crazy, acting a fool. Like you ain't got no sense. You know what I'm talking about? I know that this shit is all fun and the acting shit. But don't get on Instagram loud and get to talking loud. Cause we think your bite is vicious then. You know, it's hard to create content on Instagram and let it be what it's gonna be. That's why I do what I'm doing now. No face, no case. You know what I'm saying? They can't copy your eyes and lips because your nose ain't watching. Don't let that shit go over your head. You'll think about it later. So I'm just watching y'all go back and forth. I'm like, look at these two women here. You was just complaining about this girl, how she treated you so bad. Now you on the picture with the girl, talking about how you will lay the certain individuals on the program down, and you'll get them together, and you don't want to see my people. What about you? But that's no here nor there. You also said yourself as well, and how they was ducking. I don't think none of them ducking no wreck, ma'am. And me personally, I think they'll beat your motherfucking ass. You just talking to be talking. Just like I seen Natalie Nunn. I guess some person off the crowd decided to say, all she do is talk. Natalie got up. The way you squared up, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a debacle. And you squared up with Rolly. Out of all motherfuckers, Rolly can fight. You see my eyes get big, Rolly can fight. So, nigga, when Rolly took about 2 or 3 good swings, you was on the floor. Shout out to Kalani. I said that once, I say it again. You did a good job, ma'am. Oh man, god damn, laughing hard. Speaking of laughing hard, man, Karma a bad motherfucker, ain't it? So I'm watching as I'm looking at all this shit. I say, let me restart my YouTube, my Instagram. First motherfucker pop up. Excuse my language. It's this nigga King Rolly. King Yella. King Yella on there talking about 600. Then left him outside of the mansion situation. I guess it's a community, a gated community, and he can't get in the gate because Uncle 600 then locked him out the crib. How you a grown ass man getting locked out the house? You said all that shit. He was acting weird and this and that. You knew he was a weird ass nigga from the beginning. But you was clout chasing, figuring you would get a bag, and the bag ain't bagging. He realized that's what you was doing and locked your ass out the situation. Nigga, you gotta find somebody else to mooch on. You think he's Snoopy. He's smart than a motherfucker. He Charleston White. He just don't do a whole lot of profanity. Charleston White is one of them I don't care type of cats. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna deter some of that because, nigga, you knew better, so do better. Shout out to the black voter. this, I guess somebody he went on one of these nationally televised broadcasts, and he had who he have? He had some young. I guess Al Sharpton. He had just did an interview with Kamala Harris, and he I guess he brought some people up there, and one of the young gentlemen from the crowd decided to say that if you ain't got no check, you ain't got no vote. I veto that. I know that mean the opposite of, you know what I'm saying, respecting and reporting. But guess what? I'm with that man 100%. Shit, you ain't got no check. You should have the black vote. That's what black people should actually do. They count our votes anyway. Let's not go to that motherfucker. But I know that's gonna start a whole lot of uproar. And the shit I'm trying to do in the D, it's all weird to me. Like, nigga, you don't want us to go do the voting. But if we don't do the voting, we don't get these things passed. So it might be a trickle down effect. And then what about the small cities that use the voting process to get things done in a black city, especially Detroit? I mean, it sounded good when you were saying it, but as you saying it and you thinking it out loud, like, damn, you take the voting process out and we don't vote for a president, they're gonna put a president in there regardless. That's how we got Donald Trump. Remember that. So then you gotta think they ain't gonna put JD Vance in there. After already said he said one thing and did another. I seen that down my timeline too. So you ain't gonna put JD Vance in there. So you're gonna have Kamala. And then I guess Michelle Obama decides she gonna run. So now you got Michelle. You're gonna pick one of the two women. And then you're gonna pick the women to run the world. Now remember I said the president is what? Okay. So let's just say you got the woman in office. You think she gonna start a war? And if she do start a war, you think she gonna start it, one, with the right motherfucker, and two, not off emotion? And you can't go in a war off emotions. You gotta be a technician. I ain't never seen a woman use technical optics to do anything. It's always what I feel. So we feeling now? America ain't never been built off emotion. You can take it years back. You could say what you want about Donald, but he don't give a fuck. You know what I'm talking about? He might be fighting his own kind, but that's a topic for many other days. I probably won't never even get into that topic, because then you'll know where my head at. Can't let you know where my head at, huh? Already. Let's get it. Shout out to Michael Jackson. Beat it. Just beat it. I guess Jackson family is approving of Jermaine Jackson's son being Michael Jackson. You know what I'm talking about? Obviously you did a good job. We talking about the movie, the premiere, everything. So I guess it is what it is, and we shall see. You understand me? We definitely gonna get it. Let me see. We might be getting up out of here, y'all. I know it's a few things I ain't talk about, but you know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna do no whole lot of talking. Shout out to Pink Dial. I hope you had 3 heart attacks over the weekend. I hope you getting your rest and you get better, young lady. Shout out to Jada and Will Smith. Jada Pickett Smith and Will Smith. I seen the rhetoric you did over the weekend. We might talk about it. We might not. I like Will, my man, so it is what it is. Motherfucker ain't gonna bait me in a whole lot, but I do a little bit. So that was enough. Let me see. We might get getting up out of here, y'all. Let's see. What else we got to talk? Deontay Wilder. Don't let them bait you in, sir. You got out of your character. You can't let a motherfucker let you get out your character. That's bonkers. You know what I'm talking about? And you went bonkers on whatever British podcast you was on. But British, like I said, the Great Britain, they brass, bro. So you should have knew you got to take everything he say with a grain of pink salt. Like you got to change the color on that thing because that's how he gonna act pink for sure. And you got to know that coming into the situation. So what he about to say, he ain't saying it just for him. He's saying it for everybody so they can see. I wish motherfuckers would be more like that. Then America has some understanding instead of some sneaky snitch mob. Excuse my language. Shout out to Deshaun. Now this might take a minute. Deshaun, I guess he put his hands on a young lady a couple years back. Then the videos resurfaced. Now people want to have a discussion, and we ain't gonna have a long one. Keep your hands to yourself, young man. Then you wanted to go on after he's seen it all and have a conversation. You shouldn't have had a conversation, especially if it was years back. That means you already had a court case. You already did whatever you did to serve your time for it. Only thing I hated was that the woman seen that the shit came down her timeline and wanted to go on Instagram and state her opinion. And you could hear the people in the background saying, "Don't do too much." You feel me? Don't mess up your credibility trying to mess up another person's. You feel me? And I seen right through it. But anyway, Deshaun, listen, you did what you did. You served what you served. Just keep your hands to yourself, good brother. Little Scrappy, because I think I might want to. Yeah, before I get to Little Scrappy, shout out to PZ and Snoop Dogg. I heard the music. Hopefully you get some turns and some plays, sir. Shout out to Steven Jackson. Shut the fuck up. I know. I could be making $1 million. I ain't on it. Public access, sir. That's why you talking. You know what I'm talking about? I hope you make some money. You know what I'm talking about? Eventually, what I'm trying to do is get my dollars you owe me. Not you per se, sir. But they know who I'm talking to. That's all I want. That's all I ever wanted. And I would have shut up 5 years ago. But don't nobody want me to shut up, obviously. It makes for good content. That's all I've heard. So Steven Jackson, shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear. Shout out to Charles Barkley. Man, I hope you get your job back, sir. Or I hope it's just a hoax. Either way it go. You know what I'm talking about? You was a great commentator. They ain't talking about it, but I am. I hope you get your job back, sir. Or I hope y'all have some discussions and y'all figure it out. Now, Little Scrappy. Oh, we're going to win on you again. The Pistons won again. Hey, the Pistons won again. Hey, yeah, the Pistons won again. 60 wins? All we do is fucking win. Shout out to the Detroit Pistons. We got them 60 wins, y'all. Shout out to Cade, Mr. Ham, okay? I hope y'all go deep into the playoffs. I know y'all at least going to win the first round. Like I said, you're going to get Charlotte. You should win the first round. It's going to be tough than a bitch. It's going to go 6 games. I see them winning at least 2 of them bitches. So don't get discouraged. They just a fighting ass team. Now, if you sweep them, look, I'm being on here acting now. Fizzle, yeah. Shout out to the hoodies. Sing y'all music as well, sir. What? You know I like Boss. Boss over everything, you understand me? You know who we ain't got into? The whole Gucci Mane situation. It's gonna get greater later for both of y'all. But I know he lied. But we all know he lied. At least if you was looking, you know he lied. He ain't killed nobody. But he Gucci Mane. So of course they gonna say Gucci Mane shot him. and made for great PR. That's when we had PRs and ARs. We ain't got them no more, so everybody think they is who they is. Let's see. Who else we gonna talk about before we get up out there? Because we making it quick. Okay, shout out to this. I don't know what podcast this was, but I guess licking oxtail. I guess that's a thing. I guess everybody on the podcast had their oxtail lick, so they was acting like they didn't have their oxtail lick, and that's what's wrong with the world. Niggas be having shit going on and act like they ain't got nothing going on. It's going on, but I do it too. So you know, hey, I guess we'll figure it out. Now, I guess we can get to this young man. Shout out to Charleston White. I still ain't got to that nigga. Shout out to Charleston White. You know what I'm talking about? Keep doing what you're doing, Aunt. It's making an impact. I told you, you know, you ain't got to show your hand. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be aggressive, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lil Scrappy. I guess this is our final countdown. You know what I'm talking about? If I didn't talk about you, I'll talk about you later on. You know what I'm talking about? We'll get to you. So, shout out to Lil Scrappy. Damn, Lil Scrappy. You had to have something to say. You was on Love and Hip Hop, sir. I talk about who I want to talk about when I want to talk about them. You see it lasted an hour, and I guarantee you it's going to be somebody talking about what I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about. Or like I say, you could be one of the volunteers to give me some money. You know what I'm talking about? You could be definitely one of the volunteers. You know what I'm talking about? You could jump right in the DM. Excuse my language. I don't mean to offend or harm anyone. This is my disclaimer. You could sure jump in the DMs, drop me off a couple dollars. You know what I'm talking about? I want some real dollars though. I don't want none of them fake ass give me a job at. I was with give me a job when certain motherfuckers was trying to fuck with a nigga. You know what I'm talking about? I'll take a job. And if you paid attention to any of my videos, you know who I'm talking about. I'll take a job then. You know what I'm talking about? Come right in like ain't nothing happened. You know what I'm talking about? But all the rest of you niggas pay me my money. Pay me my money. I got the Artist Day money. At least that's what y'all acted like. I come to realization that it wasn't what it was. So if I am looking for motherfuckers higher than me, fuck point me in the right direction. Find a way to cut me a check. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, since you ain't cut me no check, I need you to be quiet, good brother. I can say whatever I need to say whenever I need to say it. Long as it makes sense when I'm saying it. You understand me? And you one of them guys that just want to talk just to be part of something. So now you part of something. Okay? I hope you got something going on. Cause the way it was looking, nigga, Love and Hip Hop just wasn't happening. So you decided to. I even seen you with a perm. You know what I'm talking about? Looking like Donald Trump. So I know you was looking for clickbait. So here it is. Shut the fuck up. Cause you just you wear eyeliner, sir. Like we are not the same. You know what I'm talking about? I can go further and further. I seen you in a fight and you ain't winning. So you can't scrap. You know what I'm talking about? What you gonna do? Go get your gun? I'm from that way, by the way. There's a lot of guns. So we're not gonna do neither one of these things, and you can't out talk me. Cause what you ain't see, I son. And what you ain't son, I didn't see. So it's gonna be the same thing. You know what I'm talking about? And I think I'm done, young people. I appreciate everyone that came to watch the Young Show. Like I told y'all before, I could turn this shit on, I could turn it off. It's easy to me. I love everybody. I hope everybody loves me. And with all that being said, as the old saying goes, the smoke's gone, I'm gone.